We're into demolition still. The demolition went from probably a projected 3-week project to we're at least going to be 5 weeks with demo. As we did demo, we just found things that were unsafe, not constructed properly, and we just wanted to take it back to a clean slate. But it's been a couple weeks of demo. Things were going a little slow too, so we ended up hiring an extra 3 guys to help us with the demolition. They've been excellent. We're about a week and a half in with them. So I'll take you a walk around. This, if you remember, and if you haven't seen it, check out one of the previous episodes, but this was a big bar, and it was literally a concrete top with stainless steel all around it. So it was quite a bit of work to get out of here. The guys sledgehammered it. It was wire mesh inside. It was nice and messy. This balcony, this stairwell will be coming out tomorrow or the day after. And then if I can spin you around again, this is where there was bathrooms. So there was bathrooms kind of in this stage area. And we've completely removed them. There was a balcony above this with a little stairwell, and it's completely gone as well. So this is going to be rebuilt into a glassed-in area, I believe, kind of a quiet sitting area with some TVs and multifunction, multi-purpose space. And then we'll take a walk through. Again, there used to be a wall that was here. Gone was the wall that divided the bar area or stage area, if you will, from the front restaurant area. And then the ceiling's all gone. But we've basically taken the ceiling right up to open deck. And so this is actually friends of ours too. They've been coming in and getting rid of all the metal for us, which has saved us a bunch of time. And it's worked out well. We created a relationship there. Helping them, and it's helping us. So here's what we found. This was an old floor, and we just finished demoing it. And when we had opened the floor up, the ceiling on this side, we realized that it was all suspended improperly. So unfortunately, we had to remove it. This is one of the things we were hoping to keep. And then also, if you remember, there was a brick wall that was across here behind the front counter space. And again, we were hoping to be able to keep that brick wall. Again, you would have seen it in an earlier episode, but it had to come down. We did save most of the bricks, so we're hoping to be able to rebuild that. Just to come all the way around, this is, again, this is kind of weird to think about, but if you envision it, this is the walk-in fridge, and there was actually a wall across here, and then another doorway that took you out onto that space. It's all gone. It was, again, just not reusable. Really didn't fit the plan for our new kitchen, bakery, cafe space, so it had to go. As we come down through here again, you'll remember from previous episodes, this was the steps down to the back side of the bar, and that's all gone. Had to tear up the floor. The floor was rotting. It wasn't set properly. So we've had to pull all that up, and we've got a nice big empty space, empty canvas. And this will, actually the bakery cafe, this will be the main bakery cafe prep area where they'll be doing preparation for the food. Nice thing is it fits in really well with the walk-in fridge. Again, boom, we'll be able to use this. Just service it, clean it up a bit, and we've got a nice fridge for the prep area. All right, so before we head up to the apartment, this is the front space. So again, a previous episode, you would have seen this used to be a coat check room, completely gone now. And we've just reclaimed a bunch of area for this front sitting area for the cafe bakery. The other thing too, if you come around this way, you'll see we've left this brick feature, but before there used to be a wall that completely closed the front section off. But again, we've reclaimed about 4 feet of space here by taking out what was just a big empty storage space. So that'll be great for our seating area, and we'll be able to make space of that. The big challenge is gonna be, if you look straight up here, you can actually see the plumbing coming down through this concrete floor. And we will have to do that 3 more times now with the new apartments that we're gonna do upstairs. We'll leave this nice suspended ceiling. We'll put a finished ceiling on the space. It'll give us the room to be able to run our drains, our plumbing pipes, to pick up all the apartment upstairs. So we were able to keep some of that. Then what we're gonna do here again, we've come up with a new concept. We're gonna push these walls forward 4 feet on both sides, and this glass section is actually gonna go forward about another 1.5 feet, which is going to create, again, larger space for the bakery cafe seating area. We're going to probably do window seating or a window bench across there. We're also going to push out the corner and gain about 3 feet. That was basically hidden space. So this is upstairs. You can see, I mean, this hallway hasn't changed too much. We've still got all the plaster and we got the paint that's chipping off. We still got some work to do here. But this is the really cool part. And again, previous episode you'd see. So there used to be a doorway right here that entered into the apartment. And it was a 3-bedroom apartment, all cut up, small rooms. And then boom, we've opened it up, taken all the walls down. There was a nice big concrete wall that you saw us break through in a previous episode. If you haven't seen it, check it out on our YouTube page. It was cool. Ended up being cinder block wall. Thankfully, when we were looking at that last time on the episode, we were running into the question, is there asbestos in the plaster or is there not? So we actually did send that away for testing, and thankfully we got a negative finding. So there was no asbestos in anything, which just saved a huge time and money restraint there. So again, you can see it's a great shot from up here. We got it opened up right up to the deck. And so if I show you, basically we're going to have bedrooms across the front, and we're going to have a couple bedrooms across the back. And our concept is this is going to be kitchen all down this side, and then there'll be some common seating, and then there'll be kind of a little entertainment corner in front of the one room. To do that, we're going to have to build the floor. So I can't wait. We've got the floor joist ordered, and we got our friends at Rona have helped us engineer and find the flooring that we needed. So we're looking to span 36 feet. And to do that, we're going to have to go with 36 feet and 24-inch floor joists. So they're going to be a wood I-beam, and it's going to go, we're going to end up doing it on 12-inch centers across the 23 feet. We're expanding this floor that I'm standing on 23 feet forward. So I can't wait till that happens. That'll be mid-July, in a few weeks. But in the interim, what we found with the demo, and again, we're going for this commercial apartment, and so we're going to end up leaving these web joists open, and we're going to leave this whole ceiling open to the deck. So to do that, we are going to insulate on the top side and have to put in new roofing membrane. But in the common space of the apartment, it's about 20 by 30, and we're going to have a nice 15-foot ceilings, and it's going to be right open. The other cool finding was this brick. We were thinking about doing an accent wall or a feature wall up in the apartment somewhere. And during the demolition, we ended up finding this old style. So this would have been original. And this is like circa 1950, again, when it was the Bay Theater. They had the brick, and then they put plaster material over top of the brick. And so we're hopefully going to be able to chip away some of the plaster carefully and expose this brick. And I think we'll be able to clean it up and glaze it, and it'll just be a great feature. You can actually take a look, and again, you would have seen this in an earlier episode, but at some point they'd actually made these windows larger, and to do that, they've taken away brick and knocked out brick. It looks like at some point they had done an air conditioner unit in this window way back, and for interest's sake, you can just see that old brick from 1950, and then what would have been the original brick facade. I'm not sure how well you'll pick it up in the camera, but it's like a yellowy colored brick. So lots of cool things that we found as we tore the place apart, but it was layer after layer after layer of demolition. So it's been great. Cool little thing. This was a bathroom, actually. So when the Bay Theater was operating back in 1950, we found an old set of blueprints, and that set of blueprints showed that this was a bathroom. There was a little bedroom off of it, and then there was 3 projector rooms across the front, and then a 1-bedroom apartment here. So they had the kitchen space and a little sitting area. So we'll definitely get a shot of that blueprint and maybe throw it up on this episode so you can see what the old projector room layout was. And again, when we were taking down the brick block wall, we were actually able to see where they had the projectors shooting through all the way from here to the stage. And it was pretty crazy. You could actually see just the darkened burn marks on all that steel where the projector used to shine through. So yeah, that's pretty much catching you up to where we're at on demolition. You can see again, this was that old Blur nightclub VIP area. So we've taken out that flooring, we've taken out the balconies, and then now we're going to step into that next lower balcony. We'll be taking that and the stairs out in the next couple days.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it's going to be, so the main thing by like the fall, like October, I'd love to see the apartment done and the bakery, cafe. And then that back space might be more a winter project to get up and running. And so, you know, as we get into that, I'll let them know. I'll let them know you're interested. Yeah, really. Yeah, absolutely. Really appreciate you guys getting that out of our way too.
Not a problem.
Cool, man.
I appreciate you giving me the speakers.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, let me know what you find.
If we catch anything good, I'll shoot it your way.
All right, you got it. Cool. So the other thing I should mention too about this space that's going to be the next big challenge in an episode or two from now, we're probably going to be tackling the roof, and we're going to be replacing the roof. But at the same time, the building code says that we need to have natural light coming in where there's living space. So 5% for the common area. So whatever the square footage is of the floor area, 5% of that we have to have for natural light. We got block walls on both sides, buildings on both sides, so we're gonna have to be cutting skylights in. Nice on the front, we've got lots of windows for the bedrooms there, but the 2 bedrooms at the back, again, it's 10% for those living quarters bedroom spaces. So whatever the square footage is of those rooms, we're gonna have to do 10% of a skylight. So we're gonna have some challenges ahead as far as cutting in skylights, curbing, and re-roofing. Again, not an expense we were expecting right off the hop, but we continue to have water coming through this roof, and there's no sense doing all the renovations without repairing that first. So thanks again for tuning in, and we'll look forward to seeing you in another episode.